Guys, welcome back to another reaction video here on this here Mystelics reaction channel. Guys, we are back with another vibrations, and of course big up the Mystelics family for tuning in to yet another reaction video. And of course, when you comments out there, big up yourself as well, people. I know you guys actually reached the 200 thumbs up right there. You guys pretty much read that in a very fast thing. This is why we can definitely do a number of things once we are unified. And of course, we are dropping this one yet again today. Of course, a whole situation involving the Prime Minister and what exactly you guys reached it. So I'm definitely going to bring you some information out for you guys right there. I think it's much deserving. Why did the Prime Minister receive an award? What exactly did he do to get such an award in the first place? Of course, you've seen that is the award that he received, Jose Martin. And I want you guys to understand that Jose Marti was an individual. Well, we'll get into that. What exactly did he do? Who was he in the first place? Right there. I got this article I want you guys to point out to in this regard right there. It's called Havana's Journal, Masonic Rites. No less in Castro's Bali Week. Right there. Guys, I'm going to be going through this thing for you guys so you guys can actually see what's going on right there. You guys understand the whole thing. And it takes time for us to take precedence as to what exactly was going on. Cuba's capital has a sovereign grand commander who wears a uniform, is privy to secrets, and partial to symbolism, but he is not Fidel Castro. Somebody else is doing this. Who is he? His name is Jesus. No, brothers and sisters. Jesus that day. Jesus right there. Jesus Amada Pena. And he is what? A 33-degree Mason who presides over Cuba's. He's a 33-degree Mason who presides over Cuba's Supreme Council at an imposing, if age one, Scottish Rite Masonic Temple in central Havana. So one of the things that we have to understand is Cuba has a lot of Masons in there, okay? And we can get into that in a moment, right there. Long discouraged and distrusted by the authorities, Cuban Masons. Remember, guys, they were long discouraged and distrusted by the authorities. Cuban Masons have seen their ranks more than double since 1980s. In the 1980s area to 29,000 members in more than 316 lodges across the island. By the way, guys, Dominica has lodges there. And the lodges came about when the Prime Minister came in. The present Prime Minister right now, he came in and of course he brought lodges. You can correct me if I'm wrong, brothers and sisters. I actually worked with an individual who always used to attend the meetings. I worked with him in Ross. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about right there. He's also a doctor. And of course, you know, he's heavily involved in this thing. Sometimes I used to pitch a little spirituality to him to see how he reacts. And the brother, the brother was just not having it at all. There was even another African one, I think. Every time we saw him, it's interesting, eh? So you have a number of persons who are in certain fields, nice fields, you know, to help people and whatnot, but they are involved in certain things. I remember this African doctor as well in Ross. And every time, I remember one of the IT guys showed me that. He said this guy is going to come out and he's going to pour ice on the ground before he gets out of his vehicle. I have no idea why that is, but I literally saw that. And every time I saw him before he comes out of his vehicle, he has a bag of ice, brothers and sisters, and he takes it and he pours it outside of his vehicle. Open his door, pours it outside. I guess he waits for it for a little and out. I don't know if he's hellfire that can pick him up there, so you have to cool it out. I don't know. But the brother was doing these kind of things, and a number of strange individuals were in the place in Ross. So you have, but I know that particular doctor, you guys, I think he's in Dominica still, or he left, I'm not sure. But he used to be in Portsmouth, and of course Roseau doing his medical stuff. Anyways, long discouraged and distrusted, blah blah blah. So it grew since the 1980s. But before that we'll get into something right there, along with other fraternal or mystical groups. Let me go back. Earlier this year, by the way, guys, this is in April 30th. 2022. Okay, so that's 20 years ago this article was written right there. So earlier this year, the Cuban government gave permission for 2 new lodges, the first since 1967, along with other fraternal and mystical groups. Interesting. What are these mystical groups that they're talking about? What is going on in Cuba? That's what I want to know. What is going on in Cuba? But it seems like what the level of how they're living kind of turn that into something that would make you want to join. Hey, we either go with the communist group, or they feed us chicken and rice and this kind of things there. Every day we get that, or we try to elevate ourselves, and the best way for us to elevate ourselves is to join the lodges and this kind of things there. Now guys, understand this. Freemasonry, on the basis of it, is about elevating yourself and helping your brother man. So if you have an individual who's involved in plumbing and another one who is involved in electricals. And if you need some plumbing work, the electrical man will call the plumber right there. Or if he knows somebody, he will then recommend that person to that person, and therefore that person will make money and whatnot. But the problem is, when you get higher in the ranks, that is a big issue. And of course, we'll talk about that with the Prime Minister right there, because it seems like this is not the first time the Prime Minister has been receiving certain medals. He's been receiving certain medals there, and you're wondering what's going on. What is the issue here? So apparently the Prime Minister like to receive medals, it seems. Let me see if I get something else again. Or is it just medals, or is leveling up? Great question right there. Anyways, guys, moving along with the other fraternal mystical, like the Odd Fellows, one of the mystical groups, like the Odd Fellows and what is that? Rosicrucians. Interesting. Rosicrucians. What's the other one? The Masons have been attracting men searching for more enduring answers than those offered by communism. You see, I just said that very thing right there. Or like, you live in communism, or we trying to elevate ourselves? How can we do better beyond the communism? So people used to join the lodges right there, not really knowing what they're getting into. And of course, when you're elevating, you then have to trade out, brothers and sisters. You then have to trade out, because it's so captivating. But how do people join these things right there? Once shrouded in secrecy, the fraternal groups, which exist in many countries and have origins as old as the Crusaders. Interesting. The Crusaders, well, that is another story right there. Shun specific religions and ideologies and say their purpose is to foster brotherhood and search for truth. The only truth is God. They keep on searching for truth. They try their best to search for truth, but the truth right there in their face. It's kind of like I was looking for one of my covers for my bike, and I check him, but where my covers is no, boy. Where my cover go? I take up my cover. I don't know where my cover is. I go all the way from afternoon looking for the cover. I don't know where the cover is. I go back by my bike and I check in. Where, boy? I have to buy a bike. I have to buy another cover. And then when I looking at the bike, I see the cover right there, you guys. Sometimes the truth right in front of us, but we refuse to see the truth. We want something else. And apparently they're still searching for the truth, and they believe in their own selves that they can get the truth right there. So Cuba is heavily involved in these masonry vibrations. The Masons, the largest of Cuba's brotherhood, meet weekly to celebrate rituals. What rituals are these? Rituals in rooms with flaked murals of the heavens and tarnished swords on pedestals. They were fighting something, or I don't know. They sit wearing threadbare ceremonial aprons. That sounds like some kiki kind of thing. That's interesting right there. Anyways, guys, members visit the sick. So this is what they pretty much do. Members visit the sick in hospitals and help out. So when you're sick in the hospital, nobody come and check you. Guess who come in and check you? Your Mason might come and check you and say, how you doing? You feeling new? Okay, all right. What do you need help? And you feel like camaraderie with them. You feel like camaraderie. And then when they tell you, hey, you want to join the group I'm in, and because they were the only set of people who were looking for you, you know, they make you join the group, and you know, you end up, hey, nice, treating nice, hey, everybody nice, I good, no problem, no boy, no problem. Well, sell out your soul and you'll see what happened to you. Anyways, Mr. Amada's Masonic Temple distributes medicines and vitamins. They're doing great things in society, donated by lodges in the United States and Europe. The brotherhoods are creating a mutual aid network that seeks very cautiously to provide what Mr. Castro's government does not or will not do. So they were against the very Fidel Castro right there and doing their own thing and trying to do things. They're helping out. What problem is this now? They're helping out in society. Cuba doing this, they're doing that. Who helping who more? And some people tend to look at that to say, okay, well, that person is my friend because they're helping me out. But you never know the agendas that other people have. Sometimes it's agenda based, you know. Sometimes when you, like, for example, some of the groups, charity groups are there. The charity groups are only charity groups because the businesses that are in charge of the charity groups, they want to kill taxes. So they put it in the charity groups, and sometimes it comes back to them, or a percentage comes back to them, and it depletes in taxes. Hey, you didn't hear that from me? All right then. So that's one of the ways that people tend to do these kind of things right there. So they treat you nice, they do you, hey, we treat you nice, and you checking, boy, that person will treat me nice. So let me come and think now. But you end up in a group and everybody else treating you nice and checking, boy, yes, that is it. I like what I seen, I like what I feel, and they're helping me out. Let me stay there. You keep growing in the ranks, you getting more elevating, and then all of a sudden you go so well, man. You're being treated so nice. Then sooner or later you end up having to sell yourself short. When they say when you reach a 33rd level, that's what you think. You know, the Prime Minister has been involved getting all sorts of things. They getting this and that, being doctor this and whatnot, without going no type of school to get doctor degree, but he getting honorary doctorate, papa. In this regard. Anyways, guys, we continue. We have always existed in Cuba. That's what Mr. Amara said. But after the revolution, there was a decrease in membership. So many left the country, while others thought the Masons no longer had a reason for being, because our principles and foundation as an institution were overtaken by the political process. Fidel checking. No, sir, not there. He added, now we have found an echo among the young people. Guys, notice the very lodges that are in Dominica. I think one is in Portsmouth, one is in Roseau. I think they are trying to recruit a number of young people, because they're breaking the people down, the people themselves trying to do something, and the best thing that they can find some sort of level of safety is with the lodges and the Freemasons. So I think that's what happened with the Prime Minister. And then he's elevating the ranks, and as he's elevating the ranks, he's getting awards for doing this and awards for doing that. But the question here is, when it comes down to awards for doing this and that, the question here is, what is causing? There's a cause and effect. If you're not doing the things that the people can be independent from you, you're creating a dependency state for the people to be dependent on you, you're killing the economy to do this, and therefore you have to build houses and provide financial things because there's not much jobs. There are people, I did a street shout out on one of these days, I think it's Friday, and I was talking to a number of individuals, and a number of persons were saying, yes, the economy going down. They say, oh, you deserve it. Some say, no, sir, you don't deserve it at all. And people were talking, and one of the things that stood out was individuals then saying that they have not, even those people who said yes, he deserves it, they literally in the next few sentences were saying that there's not much jobs. They say parents cannot afford. They say scary giving them laptop and tablet and this kind of things there, but the parents cannot afford. That is based on the economy, which means there's a cause, and the effect is that the parents cannot afford. So if you're creating this, then you're making the people believe, hey, the outside working, but scary give all your house, but scary give all your house, you do no more things for all you, boy, all you don't see that, all you're ungrateful, But who killed the economy to create a dependency state? The root of the issue here. Now, the basis of why did the Prime Minister get a thing, we understand the whole thing right there. I'll continue reading right there. You guys can let me scroll along. So if you guys want to continue reading, you guys can stop and see, or I'll post that link in the description below. So let me go back to the Jose Mate fella. The Jose Mate fella is the issue. Where is he? Jose. Look him there. Okay, guys. Now, what the state has long given the Masonic is trouble. So the state of Cuba has been giving the Masons trouble. Going back to the ruler of Spain in the 1800s, first lodges were founded by the French settlers who fled the slave revolution, who fled the slave revolt in Haiti. Interesting. So the slaves were also involved in lodges. Well, some of them, and not all of them, but this is something right there rather interesting. Cuba's Grand Lodge and the Supreme Council were created in 1859 and attracted many men who would go on to fight Spanish colonial rule. So that's one of the reasons why Jose Mate wasn't also involved in these things. He used to use his literature, and we'll get into that in a moment. Pointing to the portrait on his office wall of Benito Juarez, the Mason and Mexican hero, he said the fellowship has had a strong appeal to nationalists like Jose Mate. Remember, the fellowship has a strong appeal to nationalists. Even Jose Mate, the fabled apostle of Cuba's fight against Spain, was said to have been a Mason. And SKERRIT is getting an award from an individual who was a Mason. Now, guys, let me help you understand something right there. Who was Jose Mate? Jose Mate was who was Jose Mate? Let's go. It's quick search, man. Quick search. Yes, sir. Okay. Jose Julian Mate Perez was a Cuban nationalist, poet, philosopher, essayist, journalist, translator, professor, and publisher, who is considered a Cuban national hero because of his role in the liberation of his country from Spain. He was also an important figure in Latin America literature. So is the Prime Minister involved in literature? Is the Prime Minister involved in poetry, philosophy? Is he essays, journalism, translator in what French, patois to English, professor in where he teaching, publisher, he publish any books? What is going on? who is considered, so is the prime minister involved in any of this? Therefore, if he's not involved in any of this, what kind of medal is they giving? Now, on the basis of he contributing his role, using his different accolades right there, to the liberation of Cuba from Spain, the question here is, what did the prime minister liberate Dominica from? What did the prime minister liberate Dominica from? Is the big question I want to know. And he getting a Jose Marti award? That's interesting, doesn't it? So maybe that is a disguise for him elevating. Maybe he's going up in the ranks as a Mason. The prime minister might be a Mason, most likely, in that regard. Right there, he's going up in the ranks. As he's going up in the ranks, then they are awarding him or giving a medal or something like that. Now he gets the Jose Marti medal. But if you look at education and human rights, which of course was one of the reasons why Jose Marti was fighting, utilizing his different platforms and this kind of things there, to put this information out there against the colonial masters of Spain. What is the prime minister fighting in Dominica against? Who is he fighting against? Except the people, apparently, who is making dependent on them, who is making the people dependent on the prime minister them. True or false? I mean, agriculture dying, all the growth factors that can make the people independent is dying. Agriculture is not nothing. Tourism, what are we doing in tourism? I go by the thing, and I was asking the folks, so how is business going? They say, which business? Them vendors ask me which business. So there's a struggle right there. What is the prime minister doing for things? They put some sharks, some colorful sharks on the place. I mean, that is a heck of a thing. And Bayfront before back in the day was nice, brothers and sisters. If you want to come in and relax, you see the nice. There was a water fountain, a mountain water fountain, and it had different lights on it. And sometimes around Christmas time they used to have a tree there. You know, people coming. The whole of Bayfront was nice. Bayfront was pretty much set aside. By the way, guys, Bayfront, you see, wasn't the Bayfront how it is. They literally push land back and organize this thing for it to be what it is, what it is today. But they removed all the things that they put out there, and they put sharks, and then they say it's tourism attraction for what? I don't understand this. So on the basis of this whole thing, guys, it's very, very interesting why he got this thing, unless this was a cover for something else involving the influence of what influenced Jose Marti himself. So yes, these guys come out and they do nice things, but they do nice things for a reason. There's an agenda why they tend to do these things. Guys, this is pretty much all about us for this here reaction vibrations. I had to do this one. I let you guys know what I found out. And of course, all these things you can research on them and find out for yourself, guys. Find out what exactly was he doing and this kind of things there. How is that relating to the Prime Minister of Dominica? How? The Prime Minister is none of these things right there. None of them. The only thing that most likely is linked to the Prime Minister is the Masonic thing. We know the Prime Minister has gotten other awards from lodges and these places there. We know this thing. Some dude come down, the great order, some kind of thing like that. That is Freemasonry stuff. So, what are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. This is pretty much the last for this here reaction video. I thought it rather interesting, man. I just thought it rather interesting. I definitely decided to drop the knowledge on you guys. Oh, my thing blinking. But guys, this is pretty much all I asked for. This is pretty much all I asked for this here reaction video. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more. Definitely subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Boom, bam.